Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Ty with another video. What you're looking at is my Capcom vs. SNK cabinet. This is in a generic cabinet. It's called a Dynamo HS5. I've changed it so that it has a 27-inch VGA monitor versus a regular standard resolution arcade monitor. This runs on the Sega Naomi arcade hardware, which actually runs at VGA resolution. So that's why I swapped the monitor out. Also, the one that was in there was not working properly. So when I got this, the monitor was bad, but the system worked fine, and it came with Capcom vs. SNK. And the interesting thing about the Naomi is it's a lot like my Neo Geo system right here, where you've got multiple cartridges you could put inside the system and play different games. The Naomi is similar as well. It's just think of it as a Dreamcast with cartridges versus a GD-ROM drive. Now, that's not entirely true because the Naomi did also come with a GD-ROM drive system that would connect to it. The later games all ran on GD-ROMs, and the early games, for the most part, ran on these cartridges. There's exceptions to that as well. But anyways, to get to the point here, the reason I'm doing this video is because you've seen this before, is I've got a new cartridge for my Naomi. You may have seen before that I picked up Project Justice, which is a great Capcom fighting game for the Naomi. Well, yesterday I just got in the mail Guilty Gear X. And so I'm just going to pop this game in here so you can see it and tell you about a few things when you're setting this up. So you turn the Naomi off, and the Naomi has screws here on the cartridge. You don't need to have them in. I don't keep them in there. You just pop the cartridge out, and you pop a new one in with this triangle facing the USB port. Okay. Then you just power the Naomi on. Now, here's the thing to note: if you ever pick up Guilty Gear X for the Naomi and you're in the United States, is that this is a Japan-only game, and so it expects to have. This is the Capcom JVS, and the JVS is the system that essentially connects the controls to the Naomi. It plugs in through the USB port, and it gives you like a JAMA harness, etc. There's a whole bunch of different ones for like if you have like a racing game. Or there's a standard Sega one as well, but the Capcom one is used for almost all the fighting games. And so you're going to get this error when you bring it up. Right there. Now, if you want to continue here, you just have to hold down the start button. You get a second one here. Press it again. And the game will start up. Now, things here to note is that when this comes up, at least with my configuration, you see I've got a standard Dynamo cabinet here with a 6-button layout, but 2 of the buttons have been removed for Capcom vs. SNK, which is fine because both Project Justice and Guilty Gear only use 4-button configurations. You can see the additional buttons here right there, the wires for them. So when I pick up games for it, I'm always looking for a 4-button game because I don't want to hack up the control panel. I mean, the buttons have been removed, but I'd have to actually poke out the control panel overlay. Oops, I don't want to. Well, I'll just show you this real quickly. So you see here, I'd have to actually punch out Chung-Li's right there to put in the extra 2 buttons on each side. So when it comes up, you see it's set for insert coins. So I'm going to go here. There's 2 buttons right here on the Naomi. Press the one on the right. This brings up the system test. I'm going to set this up on a tripod now. You guys can see what I'm doing. Try to get this so you can see it pretty clearly. Okay, so the first thing we do is we go through to the JVS test, or the input test. And if I got a little too close. If I test the controls now, you see that all the buttons work. That's just to show that they work. Okay, so now exit that. Now we're going to go to the system assignments here. This is fine. Coin assignments. Just hit this until we have free play mode set. kind of want to do this slowly because you can go right past it. Okay. Then we go to the game test mode. Now, the previous settings were just for the Naomi. Now we're going into the actual settings for Guilty Gear. Now, if we go to input test, you'll see something here. Oops. Now, we've got punch, kicks, slash, and high slash here. Punch works, kick works, high slash works, but no slash. And that's because the way the buttons are configured. What we need to do is just change that. We don't have to actually change the wiring in the cabinet to do this. We go into key configure menu. We go down here, and we're going to change that to 4. Well, I got to first change this one to 5. So now it's going to be punch, kick, slash, high slash. In the game assignments, I want to change this to default. Just make sure that's all set to defaults. And go to the input test now. The directions work. Punch, kick, slash. Well, we got swapped in. I don't have that right. Go back. Forgot to do that. This should be, set this to 6, set that one to 5, set that one to 4. That's what we want. Okay. So now go to input test. Punch, kick, slash, high slash. So that's all set. Same thing for the player 2 side. And there's a password set, which is probably similar to the Capcom vs. SNK. You can unlock extra characters and modes of gameplay, and that was done so that the game would stay fresh. So you wouldn't have you wouldn't have all the characters available when the game was first released, and they would release the passwords later to keep people in the arcade. Turn the volume. The volume's different for each game too. So make sure you have it set right. Before I close this up. Gotta move this for a second because I have to get to the buckle. Okay, get this so you can see. Now to get a little closer, you can see this. The nice thing about Guilty Gear is it's got incredible graphics on it. They're all hand-drawn at high resolution. Which I'll start a second. Add another character in. So I'm getting close so you can see that. It's hard to focus with this camera, but you see that even the backgrounds our high resolution. So there you go. Set this up so you can actually see it. I just see the text in Japanese. Everything's Japanese. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to add that I think that if you're going to have a Naomi, that Guilty Gear X is definitely a game you want to have for it, as well as Project Justice and Capcom vs. SNK. There's a whole bunch of other games too. I'll probably get some more in the future, and I'll share those with you as well. And thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.